The Hamish and Andy Show podcast. Powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.
Hands up Friday, everyone. Hamish ready to drive you home. And our last one before we're coming live from England, from the mother country, from the Queen's pantry.
And and where the cat's pyjamas are kept. The next week we'll make radio history as we do the show in this time slot, our regular time slot, Drive in Australia. But for England and London, it will be the breakfast show. We will team up. We'll be sitting in the same studio as a show called the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Program. And together we will join forces and do a breakfast show for England and a drive show for Australia. You'll have to put up with Christian. That's the price we have to pay for radio history.
We will chat to Christian, I think, live on their show in the next hour. We haven't got the technology available at the moment, but we have to call them on the phone. We'll be on the phone on their show. They'll be on the phone on our show.
But next week, we promise you, it will be us sitting in their studio. Everything will work very, very smoothly. We've come a long way since 1788. You don't have to do it by boat anymore. We can do radio link-ups.
Hey, it is the People's Gap Year, Euro Gap Year. As of next week, it kickstarts, which means this show is a special show, everyone.
This is such a special show, Ando.
It's our storage show.
Okay, we hadn't rehearsed that, but you get the idea. When Andy and I say things together, we want you to pay more attention than you normally do. That's why we said storage show together, because what we're going to do today is all the segments, not just from the last couple of years we've been doing Fridays, but the 5 or 6 years before that. All our favourite regular segments, people have nominated them, people have emailed them in.
And through Facebook.
Things that we might not have been doing recently on the show but have appeared in the past. Favourites. Random John.
Yes.
Yes, it will be played again.
The Trading Post game.
Yes. -1 letter movie trailers. Yes. Pitch me that pitch, you son of a pitch. That will be played.
All the segments we have to dust off, put them in storage before we head across on our gap year.
Will we have the goodbye song at the end of the show? No, we put that in a different storage bin called a coffin.
1 week's time, we are going to be broadcasting from London live across the UK as well as Australia. But, we're doing a special show. Before we get there, we're putting all our old segments in storage, dusting them off. So in the next couple of hours, people hear some of their favourites and probably least favourites. Let's be honest.
I don't think there'll be any least favourites, Ander. Certainly, I think it's a 100% yes vote. For the next segment, it's everyone's favourite.
I'm not sure about that.
In a world that needs shoehorns, more shoehorns than you could ever handle, what better way than to give away at least 3, maybe even 4 in... Shoehorn Blitz! Shoehorn Blitz! Foghorn! French horn! Fiona horn!
Hey guys, what's up?
Double horn! Shoehorn Blitz! Shoehorn Blitz! Shoehorn Blitz! Shoehorn Blitz! Shoehorn Blitz! Special storage show edition.
I've been telling you to update the French horn for a long time. It's clearly a trumpet.
Shoehorn Blitz!
No, it's not.
Things are crazy in the studio. We've already got people calling 1360. They know what to do, Andy. We're flush with horns. We got too many horns. Share the horns.
We don't even have...
I've got horns. I got spare horns. First caller through. Ben, what did you want to say?
Whoa, shoehorn blitz.
Son of a blitz. You got it, Ben.
Sorry, shoehorn and glory.
No, we've got Suji. Suji, do you want a shoehorn?
I do want a shoehorn. Hey, give me a shoehorn.
Horns away, Suji. You got that horn.
That's me, the shoehorner. That's me, my shoes were too tight, so I used my long shoehorn.
Great song, too. Well done, Suji. Chris.
Hey, I want a shoehorn.
Shoes you. I shoes you. Yes, Chris, you got that horn.
Get your shoes on comfy. Walk on down the hallway. Horn shoes are
Makes no sense.
That's good. You can use it. Hey, Reese, what did you want to say?
I want that horn.
You make me shoehorny. You got that horn, Reese.
Hornaloo. Now I can get my shoe on if I want to.
Woo. Yes. Yes, Hornaloo.
Oh, Reese, was that the worst you'd heard, Hornaloo?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
No, you got that shoehorn, Reese. Don't make me take it off you. All right, go camp out near the mailbox, mate. It's on its way. Oh, yes.
It's Pants Off Friday.
Maybe next we play a song, come back for another shoehorn.
No, let's put that in storage, everyone. That one is definitely in storage.
Keep the key, because we might unlock the garage later.
Hamish and Andy.
Ham, we head to London next week. We're going to be broadcasting live from London with a joint show. A breakfast show over there is teaming up with us. So it will go to London as well as Australia. The same show at the same time.
All live. Probably other radio stations around the world will pick up on it. It'll be Spain, Finland, Georgia, formerly of the USSR, New Zealand, Fiji. It will become a global broadcast and it will go down in history. That's what we're aiming for. But we'll take London and in Australia.
Let's take the ones that are locked in.
As a beginning feat.
Hey, that's why, because we head off the People's Gap Year, our Euro Gap Year, we're putting all our segments in storage. The station doesn't want them hanging around here while we're not here. One segment that we've got to dust off that people have requested through Facebook is Soundtrack to Life.
Yes. At first, we wrote back and we said, do you mean the goodbye song? And they said, no, never.
Never, ever.
Please acknowledge this is the final correspondence between us and you. We hated that song, and by association, we hate you. We'll never listen to your show again. So we had to write back and go, okay, please do listen to the show. We won't put the goodbye song in storage. We're going to leave that out in the rain for wild dogs to pick at.
I think it's been binned. I think it went out, not even in recycling.
We put it in the bin, but we left the bin lid off so cats and possums could urinate on it and give it what it deserved.
Not a great segment. This one,
this one
really
is so free of the stench of cat and possum urine.
Yeah. Aim Soundtrack to Life, for people who haven't heard this one before, maybe they're first time listener, welcome. This is where people may have had a bad day. People may be just sick or bored of their day, of their routine. We take people and we put them into a different scenario. The idea is that they close their eyes. Hey, you're going to play the role of...
I'll be the person. I can be you if you like. If you're going to play along at home in your car, through your headphones... on the deck, perhaps at the beach, on your beach house.
Know where they are.
If you're at your beach house, you're not allowed to play because it sounds like you had a good day. This is more for people that had a bad day and need an adventure. Through their radio speakers, the music will play. It'll set the scene. Andy will narrate the action.
And you'll be the character.
We recommend now everyone pulls over and absolutely shuts themselves off from the outside world because we are about to take you inside the Matrix in just, via audio. So it's not as fancy as the Matrix. But we're not going to plug into your head. So just, you're safe, close your eyes, and we'll take you inside our film.
Okay.
Everything seems normal. But a bit spooky.
You're far from your boring day right now because
I can tell.
You're actually an agent.
Oh, yes.
And you've got Denzel Washington.
As my face?
No.
As my voice?
No.
Oh.
Giving you directions.
As my mentor?
Yes. As your mentor.
Yes, Denzel. What would you like me to do?
So as you sit there, you're working your way through a very gloomy railway underpass.
But I'm seated.
No.
So I've stood up.
You're not helping.
You said as I sit there.
No, as one person sits there. I'm talking to people at home.
Oh, sorry.
You got your torch.
Yep. Hey, Denzel, you spooked out, man? This doesn't seem right.
Keep going forward.
Yeah, I will.
What do you see?
Oh, man. A dragon. A dragon's egg. A nest of... A dragon was here. There's empty eggs.
Present day, not fantasy. Present day, not fantasy.
Oh, sorry. No, they're just old, white, mouldy basketballs. Oh, next to that... Oh, no, that's not good.
Yeah.
I've seen a murderer. Oh, my God, I have seen a murderer. I hope he doesn't murder me. What should we do, Denzel? You've been in this situation before.
Chase.
Should we chase him?
Yes.
That's right. We're the agents. I can't run away from him. I've got to be braver than him.
You're past stripping pipes.
Yuck, I hate sewage.
You're through some sewage. You can't see him as you come up.
Where's that murderer gone, Denzel? Did you see that murderer?
You've lost him.
Oh, no, Denzel. Chief ain't going to be happy with this. We lost that murderer. Sorry, I shouldn't have stalled when I saw him.
But after that close encounter, you start thinking about kids.
feel like we're going to kiss.
Guess who?
Denzel and me.
Denzel isn't... Oh, haven't you seen The Bone Collector?
Were we in The Bone Collector? Were we doing a real movie?
Well, I was borrowing a little bit.
Oh, mine was a little sexier than The Bone Collector. Might want to add an R to that.
Let's put that in storage, everyone. It's Fans on Friday, Hamish and Andy.
Hamish and Andy.
And nervous with excitement, but also, are we being dumb?
Are we being greedy and silly? But how often do you get to say this, Ando, in a broadcasting career? How often do you get to say, this is the highlight?
Yeah.
What we're about to do. Right now feels like an absolute highlight. My body's tingling. All my hair's fallen out.
Sure.
It's so exciting.
Sure, Darren Hinchford had one when he was there for the moon landing.
The moon didn't take off. The moon stayed where it was. And because the moon stayed where it was, that let the Apollo 11 astronauts get there.
And he was there.
He was not
on the moon.
That Darren was at Cape Canaveral. Yeah. He came back completely bald. His hair fell out, his body was tingling. And that is the sign of a great moment in radio. Your hair's fallen out, Jack's hair's fallen out. We look like a couple of cone heads whose heads have been dulled down to a regular dome.
Hinch is proof that the hair will grow back.
Oh, probably by the end of the show we'll have full heads of hair again. But Ando, we were about to play Random John. It's so exciting.
We are about to play Random John. For people who've just tuned into this show for the first time, welcome. Random John is a game, it's World Cup, actually played by many radio stations and programs around the world. How it works is we're about to put a number into the system. Whoever picks up, if it is in fact a John, we will get a John point. The risk, though.
The risk.
And this is why a lot of people think we're being very silly today.
The thing is, when you play with fire, sure. Yeah. But what about if you're accidentally playing with water, which would cancel out the fire?
Well, there's a chance we get burnt here because a Rob, obviously the arch nemesis of a John.
Natural opposite of a John.
You get a -1 point.
The only way to lose a John point is to get a Rob.
Yeah.
I hate even saying the word. God forbid we get a Rob point.
Australia is currently the world champs.
You listening to this show now, you're the world champions. We are the world champions of Random John. We got a John.
Heaven forbid a Rob.
We retired. We stopped playing because we don't want to risk a Rob. Under the rules of Random John, the international rules from the IRJC, International Random John Committee, whoever gets the John point first, whoever's been on a John point the longest is the world champion. So even if someone else got a John point, they'd have to get two. And if we should mention too, for people new to the game, if we get a John Johnson,
or a Johnny Johnson, 100.
Isn't it, John Johnson's 50, and Johnny Johnson is 120 John points. Now, I don't think we're going to get a Johnny Johnson, but you need to know in case we do, and we absolutely blow the studio up.
I met a John Stone the other day. Would we have accepted that E on the end of it?
35 points. 35 John points.
All right, everybody.
Oh, my God, I can't believe we're Random Johnning. This is absolute madness. It's Russian roulette.
Yes,
There could be a bullet in the chamber, but there could be a licorice bullet, which would be a good result.
Yeah, chocolate-coated.
They've done some risky things in their time.
Hey, Ham, try and use this axe and cut through this watermelon that sits on my lap, but don't hit my legs.
Okay, but I'm drunk.
Oh, good get.
Oh, thanks.
But this is by far the riskiest. Last time they said there would only be one more. One more call, one more game, one shot more. But here they go again. It must be the euphoria of a John point that lures them.
Hi, this is John saying something.
History is made! This is unbelievable! But what if the unthinkable happens?
Hello, Rob speaking.
Oh, no.
It is. It's Andy. Yeah?
Please, no.
You've lost your John point. No. You silly man. You silly, stupid, petty, greedy man.
But this segment has to go into storage like the rest of them. So here we go. Johnny be good, Johnny be strong. Here's Johnny! Are you John? Are you John? Are you John? Are you John?
Cue timpani. Oh, my God.
Hello,
Hello? Who's speaking?
Ross.
Sorry, just to confirm, ROSS. Sorry? Yes. Oh, my God. Sir, have you ever had a world-class sniper shoot at your head from point blank and somehow miss? Because that is the feeling we have right now. We thought we were dead in the water. We thought a catastrophe was upon us, but you're a Ross, not a Rob, aren't you?
Sorry?
You're
You shouldn't be sorry because you saved our lives.
Sorry, Ross.
Oh, my God.
It's Hamish and Andy here. We're just
My legs have fallen off.
We were just playing a game, and if a Rob picked up, it would have been devastating. Thank God it's a Ross. So congratulations.
Ross, I'm hyperventilating, Ross. You scared the big Robs out of me.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ross. Look, full votes to you, and thanks very much.
You, sir, are a national hero.
You guys having me on or what?
No, no.
No, as long as your name's Ross, everything in the world is just fine.
It's Hamish and Andy driving you home.
That was random. John.
Fail.
Hamish and Andy.
We're in London next week doing a joint show with The Breakfast Show there. We're going out to all of UK at the same time as Australia. And before we went, Ham, we wanted to have some preparation.
We did, Ando. One thing we often do on the podcast is we will do what's called a board meeting, where we try to get back to a lot of the emails that people send into hamishandandy.com. And since we are headed to London, Ando, we thought it only best to get in UK Ambassador for the show, Mr. Ross Noble, to help answer a couple of the questions that have been coming in on email. The full version of this will be available at the podcast.
Yep, hamishandandy.com, you can check it out. But this was an important thing that came up, and I feel like everyone should know it, particularly before we head on our gap here.
Now, Ross, as your first time at a board meeting, what we do is we generally go through the emails that people have sent in.
The board recognises Rob Pritchard.
Hello, Rob.
The headline of his actual email. And this is an amazing one. Found hats finally garner the journalistic attention they've always reserved. Just so Noel knows he's not alone. See photo. Ross, to bring up speed, Noel Blake, Hamish's dad, collects hats, but not...
You can't give him a hat. Try and give my dad a hat. Okay. It'll be the last hat you ever attempt to give. He doesn't want to be given hats. He wants to find hats.
And he never buys them. He's got hundreds of hats.
He's got over 100 hats now.
Hang on, so your dad's a hat thief?
No, he's a hat finder.
Yeah.
Much like the Bone Collector, but with less murdering.
Does he find these hats on people's heads? No.
After he kills them. No, he has found some incredible hats. He found me a possum fur deer stalker that he gave to me before Andy and I took a tall ship across to Tasmania.
That's his most famous find, I'd say.
And I said to him, where did you find this one? And he said, I thought it was a dead possum, and it's not till I fished it out of the ocean did I realise it was a hat. Which begs the question... How many dead possums have you fished out of the ocean?
Amazing stuff.
He enjoys hats, Dad.
The photo that Rob Pritchard has left is an article. And it's an article from a British paper. And I want to know how regularly these kind of articles come up, Ross.
Right.
The headline is, Woman Finds a Hat in a Tree.
Right.
I'll read the body. It's not a long article.
Fast news day.
That was Julie.
It says, a hat has been found up a tree in Bilton. Where's Bilton?
Bilton? No, Bilton or Billingham?
It says Bilton.
Bilton.
Said a woolen head garment. So
just using a few journalistic devices here to keep the reader's attention.
Which is red and has a bobble, was discovered on Tuesday by Bilton Lane resident, Sharon Bromance, who's 43.
Sharon Bromance.
It's a quote.
Sounds like a Rob Schneider film where he also plays Sharon, his best friend.
It then has a quote from Ms. Bromance. I could hardly believe my eyes when I saw it up.
It's not a dragon.
She said, I got it down with a stick and put it on a fence post so someone might be able to find The owner now has until April 10 to reclaim the hat, after which it will then be destroyed.
What else?
Controlled explosion.
What else was on the front page that day?
Sadly, only that article is there. We'll put it up
this
on the
is
website.
big news.
Yeah.
This is big news.
That's what your dad needs to do. Your dad needs to get outside of his house. He needs to get, those, and they're not as popular here, but very popular in the UK. You know the metal railings?
Oh, yeah.
With the spikes on the top.
Oh, you usually put heads of invaders on them.
Yeah, highly dangerous, but at the same time, you'll notice there's a lot in London, actually. You'll be walking along, you'll just have a glove. People will just put a glove on the spike.
If they find a lost glove.
If they find a lost glove, they'll just put it up there.
So people can find it, yeah.
They'll just, or sometimes like a child's shoe. Yeah. So I'm suggesting...
that would involve Dad going to the bank, opening up his safety deposit boxes where he keeps the hats and getting them out again. Right. These are treasured hats.
No, I mean, like, if he had railings, then other people would go...
Oh, there's a trap.
There's a... Yeah, like...
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant for Dad to distribute his hats.
Yeah, hat trap.
Yeah. It's not a crazy idea. I can actually see Dad in his front yard putting spikes down just to entice people.
For hats to
just
come.
as he's hiding in the bushes in a sniper suit going, leave it. I've been out here for 6 days.
And has that expired then? Has the hat been destroyed?
April 10, so yes, like a few weeks ago.
Oh, my God. Guys, maybe we end with a moment's silence for the woolen head garment with a tassel, which may or may not have been a beanie from the description.
That chair's creaking.
That's probably that's okay. We miss you, Big Red.
HamishandAndy.com, the full board meeting. It's 40 minutes with Ross Noble. You can check it out there.
Hamish and Andy.
Our storage show, we head to the UK, the People's Gap Year. It starts next week, Hame, but in the meantime, we're dusting off all the segments from the past, making sure they're in top shape, then we're putting them in storage so when we get back. We forgot that this segment had an opener.
It's probably not our favourite opener.
No,
but
not.
If it's been requested, and people have been requesting it heavily on Facebook, if people do want to hear Pitch Me That Pitch, you son of a bitch, I guess.
Son of a pitch. Pitch.
Yes, we do have to play the opener, even though it's a bit of a pitch to listen to.
Oh, God. Pitch me that pitch, you son of a pitch. Scene.
All right. The way this works is people call up. We've got basically a tuner here.
Yeah, we've got a guitar tuner.
Yep. And we request a note that they have to sing, and then, Hame, we find out whether they get it correctly.
I've got perfect pitch. You've got perfect pitch. Let's see if everyone else has perfect pitch. Jared, our first son of a pitch, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah,
really good. Do you
Jared.
feel like you have perfect pitch, Jared?
Not at all.
Okay.
Well, you might not have been tested yet. And this could be like the bit in the X-Men where someone finds out they're actually a mutant.
Hope so.
Hame,
Well, Jared, if you do have perfect pitch, how will it change your life?
Probably going to be the next Justin Bieber, maybe.
Yeah, there's a chance of that. I mean, but the problem is, Jared, to have perfect pitch just means you know the notes. Doesn't mean you're a good singer.
But also, Jared, I mean, so let's say Bieber, what is he? He's 18, 18 fluffy head Canadian. What are your stats, Jared?
22 overweight.
But nothing a little bit of perfect pitch can't fix.
All right, Hame, give him an easy one.
Jared, you know we want you to be the next Bieber as much as you do. Why don't we just go with a stock standard middle C?
Middle C, right. C.
Oh, C sharp.
Good enough for me, Jared. You've got almost perfect pitch.
Congratulations.
Knew it.
You are 95% of the way to being a Bieber, Jared.
Wow. Let's move on to Anna. Our second contestant. Anna, are you ready to play Pitch Me That Pitch, you son of a pitch?
I think so.
Okay. Do you have a favourite note?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
Okay.
No, that's good.
That's good.
Probably true musicians love them all equally.
Yeah.
It's like a team. Even if you've got a favourite, you still need all the other members of the team to help you make up the song. And I would love to hear you pitch me a B, you son of a pitch.
Okay. No flats or sharps? Or?
I'll take... Well, can I be generous, Fan, and say I'll take a flat or a sharp?
No, because that's...
They're different notes, aren't they?
Yeah.
When you sling us a B flat.
Okay, good.
Tuna is ready. Pitch it.
Can you give us a bit of a longer one of those? One more time. She's changed it to a B. She was very close, and then did you notice that she went up?
You went up a little bit.
She went up to B.
So
Yeah, I changed my guess.
Well, which one would you like to lock in? The first, second, or third note?
I'll lock in the third.
She's got a B again. Just
off. Perfect pitch.
Oh,
That's okay, Anna.
thank you.
Let's put that one in storage.
Hamish and Andy.
Hey, Amy, Safe Driver Awards.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
This is what confuses me. Amy's paying out discounts and savings and stuff to people that are safe drivers, up to 15%, right? But yet they're also paying for the podcast to be free.
Yeah. How can they afford it?
Are they It leads me to believe there must be a penalty for dangerous drivers where they charge you an extra 15.
No.
And they've done their maths on this.
They've done their maths.
I want to look at their books because to me it seems like a lot of give and no take.
The good drivers are getting up 15% off. Amy.com.au, the PDS is there, and 132244 if you want to call them. Hame.
This is exciting, Andy. We generally aren't great at running on time or getting things right, but we're talking a little bit quickly because there's a chance we've got this right.
Well, we're learning now that we are waiting for them.
Yeah.
We are about to go live, or have live, on our show, a breakfast show in London. The same breakfast show we'll be doing the show with next week.
Yeah, we'll be in London in their studio, all four of us. It's the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show on Absolute Radio in London. Another guy called Richie does the show with him. They're the UK's, they're the thinking man's Hamish and Andy.
Yeah.
But we're asking him to dumb it down for 1 week only, allow us to do the show with them.
And they are still in a song, and we can pull them up now. Apparently come to the end of their song, and you'll hear British Breakfast Broadcasting.
And they'll introduce us. So
the Triple B.
Everyone be quiet and be on your best behaviour.
Oh, God, yeah.
I think he's just got there, like a lot of Neighbours episodes.
That's Gautier, somebody that I used to know on Absolute Radio. It's Friday morning. So next Friday, we were talking about this yesterday. We're all very, very excited. A radio first is going to be happening. In this studio will be our favourite radio show, which is Hamish and Andy, which goes all over Australia. They're going to be in this studio, and we're going to be broadcasting, obviously live like we normally do, to the United Kingdom. But we're also going to be doing like a simulcast. The breakfast show will be going out drive time across Australia.
Yeah.
I'm already confused by this, and it's not happening for another week. But they're on the line right now, live on their show, Hamish and Andy. Hello?
Thank you, guys. It feels very weird. Greetings from the colonies. It does feel odd listening to another radio show when you're meant to be doing your own, just sitting here on hold.
Quite a good lazy approach, actually. We should do this more often. Just kind of tune in to Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show.
Driving home with Hamish and Andy. Today we tune into Santiago. We'll be listening to Chilean radio.
So, first of all, let's have a hello from Hamish.
Hello, I'm Hamish.
And I'm Andy.
And on the right speaker, we should have Andy. Is that Andy?
It is Andy, Christian. And we should let you know that you two are also going out, and everyone listening, to all of Australia.
So would you guys like to say hello to Australia?
Good afternoon, Australia.
Surely it's good day. I've watched plenty of Neighbours and Home and Away.
Well, now everyone's going to think it's 3 Australians and one Briton doing this show, because it was a very, very authentic accent. Guys, it's confusing for us, but I think we've got our head around it. Our audience will be driving home from work. Your audience will be driving into work. Technically, that usually warrants an accident. That's why they invented 2 lanes on freeways. So we'll be broadcasting to both lanes is the way we like to think about it.
It feels like some sort of very bad or brilliant 80s movie, this whole idea.
Yes. If in the second hour we genetically engineer the ultimate woman, it does have film rights written all over it, doesn't it? It's one thing we thought we would bring up with you guys is, I'd
like to, obviously Christian brings everyone out of the song on the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show.
Yeah, that's my man Andy over here. He's one of the best.
And that's my job for the Australian show. How we propose to do this, Christian? Are we going to go song for song, or can we combine forces?
I'm glad. We were quite nervous about when is this going to be addressed. So let's get straight into this. It's like, I sit like this. You're coming round to my radio house, correct?
Yes, that's true.
And so if you came round my house, you wouldn't then start, saying certain things in my house, would you?
Well, guests first. Obviously, it's polite for the guests.
I would have
to be
thought
offered
that
food first, drink first.
In Australia, we have a saying: "Make yourself at home and do as you wish with my wife." Now, I don't know if you have the same saying in England, but we'd expect that hospitality.
Because I see that really as the equivalent of you just going into my cupboard and making a snack and drinks without even asking me.
Can I just say that as a guy that's had snacks and drinks made for him by Andy, he makes terrific snacks and drinks.
Well, I could propose this then, because normally, you're right, you have to be offered a snack. So I suppose Christian should do the very first one, we do. But then after that, it's polite for you to let the guest have a go, I'd imagine, Christian.
This is a bit awkward, because I kind of saw this as the Christian O'Connell breakfast show all around the UK and live to Australia, and then with you guys kind of helping out, getting the tea.
Oh, so we're just we're just the HP sauce and salt and pepper, and you're still the full breakfast. I don't know if I'm happy with this, O'Connell.
Oh, no, I kind of also saw it as, actually, strictly speaking, you'd be in the studio for some of it, but then essentially doing some Black Thunder work.
All right, we can discuss that further. One thing we definitely have to bring to a head right now, Christian, is during the week, we suggested a show called, or a contest called,
Pick the Rat, where we get 2 Australian people and 1 Briton to call up, but everyone has to do an Australian accent. We then try to pick the rat.
Yes, between the 4 of us, which one is the fake Australian accent? If we pick incorrectly, the 4 of us, that is a victory to the rats.
Yes, and the rats win, therefore all the contestants receive cheese. If we win and we pick the rats,
all the contestants receive mousetraps.
That is a victory for humans, and rats everywhere are in danger, to the tune of 3 extra mousetraps baited and loaded on the ground. It's rats v humans, it's post-apocalyptic, it's bloody exciting, everyone can play along.
What was your problem, Christian?
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to thee Pick the Rat.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, obviously on email I was fearful, but now hearing it pitched to me so succinctly and very easy to understand, it's kind of like a radio Hunger Games.
Yes.
Yes, but with an added element of danger for rats. So it's sort of cross-special. I mean, there are a lot of rats in London. We've obviously forgiven them for the plague, but they remain. And so it'd be good to get a few more traps out there.
Well, look, I think this is all virtually good to go, to be honest.
I thought we were ringing up to troubleshoot, but we've accidentally just created some of the greatest radio ever.
Hang on a minute. Can I just float another idea into this radio brainstorming session? In terms of a theme tune, in terms of production, UB40, of course, have a famous song, Rat in the Kitchen. Is there any way we can mangle that into a very bad theme tune?
I mean, unless we can get hit Australian band Rat Cat to play. I don't know if they ever made it to the UK, but gee, they were big in the 80s.
No, I think we're going to go with UB40.
I think we're going to go with UB40. If in doubt, it's one of the rules we have at our radio station. If in doubt, go with UB40.
One last thing then, because you're guests in London, if you could bring a gift, I need you guys to bring over the Hamish and Andy theme tune for Spot the Rat. Richie and I will make, in the meantime, our version, and we'll see who's got the better one to become the official song of Spot the Rat.
There's a huge record deal on the line. We're going to try our best.
I don't think we need to do any more brainstorming. It's kind of locked down.
Oh, mate, we're ready to go. If you guys are ready to go, we'll note out a couple of finer details, but everybody is looking forward to next week.
Thank you very much. We will see you in the studio. Hamish and Andy, have a safe trip over.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hey, listen, as soon as I get to immigration, let's make sure they're not allowed in the country.
Still here.
Awkward, very awkward.
It's Hamish and Andy driving you home, everyone.
And talk amongst yourselves.
Hamish and Andy.
At the moment, we're doing a special type of program. It's our storage show, dusting off old segments before we go away, making sure we can put them in storage. One thing that's been asked of a fair bit, the 2-person prank.
This is where we call someone, and Andy and I have to take it in turns to speak to the person. It came about when people used to always not be able to tell us apart on the phone, even your mum, Ando. We were able to hold many conversations just switching back and forth between our voices. The goal is to go for as long as you can before things get suspicious. We've decided to call a travel agency today just to ask a few basic questions about England, since we're going to be there very soon.
The way this works is it has to be sentence for sentence. There'll be a little chime that denotes that the other person should jump in. And then right at the end, word for word. When a longer bell rings, we have to comprise a whole sentence word for word between the two of us.
Just the usual rules of the two-person prank.
Hello for travel.
Oh, hi. I'm just heading to Britain in the coming weeks and just had a few questions for you.
Sorry, what did you say?
Oh, I'm just going to Britain in a few weeks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I just had a few questions.
Okay.
There's something that I'm a bit afraid of.
Okay.
There's
Go
no
ahead.
wild cats there, is there?
Wild cats. Can I pop you on hold for a moment?
No, you can't.
No? Okay.
Do they have the internet?
Does who have the internet?
Britain. Does Britain have the internet? Because I was hoping to be able to contact home.
Does Britain have the internet?
Yes, the net, the worldwide net.
I don't see why not.
Okay, good. Just do you have a book there that can guarantee the internet in Britain?
Hold on a second, okay? Just one second.
No.
I nearly stopped.
Hello, Chris speaking.
Hi, Chris.
How you going?
Yeah, really good. I just had a few questions about Britain.
Britain, sure.
I'm just travelling there in a few weeks and just wanted to see whether they had the internet.
Whether they had the internet?
Yeah, you know, the World Wide Web net.
Yes, they've developed that last year.
They've only had it for a year.
Believe so.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Where's a good place to get soaps?
Where's a good place to...
Get soaps just to wash oneself?
Soap.
Yes,
Where to get
soap, a
soap?
bar of soap.
Coles, I believe. Maybe Safeway.
Oh, they have them in Britain?
Yes. How long are you going for?
21 days.
21 days. Work or pleasure?
It's going to be pleasure.
Can I come with you?
Sorry, who was that? It sounded like there was someone else
The
on the
radio's just kicking in.
Who was that?
The radio put you on hold. Just cut in. We're having phone problems here at the office. Have you considered Thailand?
Did you guys try and...
Did you guys try and do two voices?
Did you try and two-person prank us back?
No, not at all.
Unbelievable!
That's the most amazing thing we've ever encountered.
This is terrific. It doesn't sound anything like the other guy.
How are you both going?
We're great.
I'm really impressed by that.
Guys, we're heading over to Britain and we're just putting all our segments in storage. So we're just trying to dust them off, make sure they're in good nick. You guys obviously picked up on the two-person prank.
No, not at all. You can make sure you take your soap too, huh?
We certainly will, boys. Hey, thank you very much for joining us.
Can we get a sign-off from both of you in tandem?
It's Hamish and Andy with you. Love you guys.
Thanks for helping us out. I'm really glad they've got the net and no wild cats.
Hamish and Andy driving you home. We should put that in storage, maybe for a long time if people are playing it back at us.
It's obviously not the greatest prank. we just got reverse-hoed. Which is a real thing.
This is Hamish and Andy.
Pants Off Friday, Hamish and Andy driving you home. Time for...
Is it golf balls or cheese? Or a sewing machine? 'Cause in Tell 'em they're dreaming, it's not quite what it seems.
Yes, tell them they're dreaming.
A very abrupt end there to what I thought was a majestic opener.
The Trading Post game, again, if you're new to the show, welcome.
Welcome.
But the way this works is I pick out something from the Trading Post. It's Hamish's turn to go today. I pick out something from the Trading Post. If people don't know what that is, it's basically a place where you sell things. It's like the old school eBay.
Yep. And if you don't know what eBay is, we have to stop doing the definitions for you because we have a radio show to do.
I pick out an item.
Yeah.
You don't know what the item is.
Don't need to.
We put the call in to the seller.
Yep.
And you only get 5 questions.
I can't ask, obviously, I can't actually say what it is, but I can ask 5 questions about the item. After 5, a chime will sound.
Yes.
At which stage I must guess what the item is. Very difficult game to win. We did play it for about 2 years on the radio show. The final scores were about 3-1.
Yeah, I think you're up 3-1.
So I don't even need to win this one, but it'd be some nice icing.
Okay, some people like to play along in their cars. So what we're going to do here, for people who want to know the item, tune out as you would, Haim.
I've got to take headphones off, put other headphones on, turn my back on you, so there's no way of getting a free hit.
Tune out for 5 seconds now. It's a pool table. Now, I think everyone's back. Haim, you ready for the number to go in?
I'm back in. I'm back on.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, g'day there. My name's Damien. I'm just calling about your ad in the Trading Post.
Okay.
Yeah. No, just had a couple of questions, if that's all right.
Yep.
What colour is it, apart from the metal? Like, apart from any of the... If it's got any metal on it?
It's all wood.
Yeah. No, okay, good. It says good. Phew. I don't like a lot of metal. I'm actually getting it as a surprise for my wife.
Okay.
She'd be able to use this model?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Okay. I'm going to put it in my koi pond, like a goldfish pond. How much water do you think it would displace?
Oh, fair bit.
Fair bit, wouldn't it? Yeah, I was just trying to think of how much do I need to drain the pond before I put it in the koi pond as a piece of art. I'm going to make a cover for it as well. I'm at work
at the moment. Can you give me a call back this afternoon?
Just last question. I'm going to make a cover for it. I've got 20 square metres of denim. I just need to know if that's enough.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it's quite small, isn't it?
No, it's big.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and how much do you want for the piano?
It's a pool table.
Yes, it's a pool table.
I was thinking of putting a piano on it. Okay, thank you.
Bye.
It's been a long time since we played that. Halfway through, I realised my questions did not help at all.
You had like 3 size questions.
I forgot what we were doing.
Let's put that in storage.
Pretty close.
Pretty good.
From piano to pool table.
Yeah,
it's quite a bad line of questioning.
All right, Jack, put it in storage. There we go. Wonderful.
Hamish and Andy.
Our storage show, we're dusting off any segment that we've had over the past 6-7 years, putting them in storage as we go away on our Euro gap year. As of next week, we'll be broadcasting from London.
Here's one that's coming a fair bit, Ando, on Facebook and whatnot. -1 letter movie trailers.
Yes.
We used to do this, I believe, on a Tuesday. It used to be a Tuesday tradition.
Yes. For people, again, who don't know what this is, basically you take one letter out of a current film, you make a whole different film.
I think it started when we took a letter out of The Inconvenient Truth to produce a far more spectacular film, The Inconvenient Ruth.
Story of an elderly lady who really got in the way.
You're not welcome, Ruth. Buzz off.
We've got another one here today.
Well, Ando, to celebrate the blockbuster film of the year, a few people called it.
Starring Rihanna, her new one. Yeah, where aliens come down. Yeah.
Battleship.
Yeah.
With Battleship. Yeah. Just to be clear, is the name there. There is no S on it. It's just about one of them.
So we removed one letter, and boy, is it better.
Ladies and gentlemen, Battle Hip.
When everything else fails.
Our guns are useless against their alien skin!
When all hope is lost.
Our taunts are useless against their alien ears!
With the final showdown looming.
I'm out of ammo! I'm out of taunts!
Just when you think mankind stands on the brink of oblivion.
Stand back! I shall fight the aliens!
That's the time heroes like the best to step up.
You're unarmed!
I don't need a gun or a knife.
But our punches and kicks do nothing!
I've got a different plan.
What is it? Elbows? A flying knee? Headbutt?
Wrong on all counts. It's my hip!
Oh my god, he's pulled his hip bone clean out of his body.
I'm going to hit him with my battle hip!
Oh, you don't look good at all.
Battle hit his bobble head.
He's losing blood. Someone do something.
Oh, God, he's folded in half. No surprise, really. I mean, your hip and your pelvic region is where you get a lot of your stability from.
Oh, right.
Battle hip! Hooray!
This is a shame.
Yeah, it's a sad way to go.
This is Hamish and Andy.
Well, only a few minutes left, Ham, for this show. Before then, we are going to be in London. Now, normally it'd be Jazz Chat. We're going to take that with us so we don't have to put it in storage.
Don't have to put that in storage, Ando. And why would you? Because I draw your mind back to things like troops going off to World War I.
Yeah.
Probably when the First Fleet left.
Yeah, pretty harrowing.
No, heroic at the time in the harbour. No immediate threat there.
Well, World War I was a real downer.
Yeah, when they got there, it was no good. But at the time, I'm talking more about the harbour stuff.
Yeah.
A nation as one, cheering, and absolutely couldn't be prouder, ecstatic. Yeah. And I think that's how people are going to be when I inform them that back for one show only, Frederic Bassato, everybody's favourite dog, Fred Bassett, is back right now for one show before we put it in storage. Everyone's favourite segment.
Now, I know you and Jack were leaning towards this, and which is
Well
disappointing.
done, Jack. I like to think of you as Jock, Fred's fun black-haired dog.
For new listeners, Hamish thinks that there's a comic book, which is terrible, a comic strip. In fact, some people believe...
Sort of goes over Andy's head. A lot of it's thinking, man.
Some people believe that there's always been an additional cell at the end of the comic which has the punchline in it that has been rubbed out for some reason.
Not today's one, because it's a two-layer joke.
Anyway, hold on.
Well, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, and I think you're going to agree, when I don't like this reminds me of a lot of bad memories, just seeing Andy leave the studio for a second. But I think you'll agree, when you hear Fred Bassett read, it is perfect. It's the epitome of dog-based humour, cartoon stuff. No. I'm going in a box.
I just figured that the all show we've been going, oh yeah, we're putting things in storage.
Yeah, conceptually.
Yeah, let's.
That was the trick. It was sound effects.
Well,
Everyone, it was sound effects.
Yeah, well, this is the only part that's being filmed, so we should probably, literally put you in a box. If you're in the box, you can
Why
do
don't you
Bassett.
go in the box to protect yourself from Bassett?
Won't protect my ears. Pretty thin cardboard. If you go in the box, you can do Bassett. We are running
How
out
will
of
I get
time.
out of the box?
Well, it's a box.
Yeah, but I've seen the tape gun.
Yeah, I might tape it up.
Going to be in a box forever. But read Fred Bassett. Don't read Fred Bassett. Have freedom, which is probably the most important human right. Freedom for Bassett.
You gotta fight for your right.
Listen to Fred Bassett on the radio.
It's good to hear it again, isn't it?
Oh, no, it's terrible.
Isn't it good to hear it again? I was going to do this quickly because Andy's approaching me with the box.
Get inside the box and then do it.
All right, Andy's just, it's an unmade box at the moment. You'd probably hear it. It's coming over my head. Not so bad being in a box. Oh, that's okay. I don't mind being in a box. Okay, today's Bassett is a 3-panel Bassett. Ooh, getting my head pushed down. Ow!
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you're a removalist? You're a careful removalist? It's a 3-panel Bassett, and it's a cracker. Sorry, Andy, I need a bit of light. I can't actually see the Bassett. There's only a crack of light in here. Sorry, guys, he's just pushing the box around. In the first panel, Fred is poking his head over a fence. I don't know if it's his property or
How's
not. Yep, good, thanks. Stop pushing me. You don't need to know if it's Fred's property or not. Just a tight shot on his head. He's looking quizzically to his right, our left. He's saying tick, T-I-C. So not tick as in the opposite of a cross. Just, we don't know. In the second panel,
how many panels
Fred is now saying talk. Exactly the same framing. They might have actually cheated and used the same picture, but that's okay. We forgive them because of the comedic payoff that's on its way.
How many panels was it?
Sorry, mate?
How many panels was it, mate?
It's 3. I'm on the second.
Okay.
Sorry again, guys, about the interruption. Fred's now saying talk. So we've got tick, we've got talk. What the heck is going on? We don't know, but we're already having fun because it's great to see Fred again.
All right.
And it's great. Sorry, I just can hear some footsteps outside the box. How are you going, Andy?
Fine, thanks.
Good. A little bit spooky in here. There's a bit of a calm before the storm. So he's gone tick, then talk. In the third cell, the punchline cell, and as I said before, it's a 2-layered joke. We now have zoomed out and we can see Fred looking down. Oh, jeez! Clumsy removalist! Andy! Sorry, mayday from the box is not holding up.
It's not fitting in storage. Squeeze this one in.
I am under attack. If you can hear this, I am in a box being attacked. Ow! Clumsy removalist! Sorry, Fred is saying, like clockwork, and you can see down on the pavement, there are 2 dogs. One's called Tick, one's called Tock. Tick and Tock were the name of the dogs, and Fred's saying like clockwork because he's referencing their name. But, second joke, I also assume they're on time.
Bassett.
Did you pause the sound effect so you could get the second joke out there, Jack?
I already forgot that it was double joke.
You didn't, Jack. You were waiting for the double joke. Can someone get me out of the box?
That completes Hamish and Andy for another afternoon. And yes, the People's Gap Year will start next week in Europe. Our joint show, Radio History, being made as we go out to all of London at the same time as we go out to all of Australia. You'll hear a London breakfast show at the same time as you hear us going. The podcast, HamishAndy.com. If you want to be in the audience for our Gap Year TV show, make sure you hit HamishAndy.com as well. And we can't wait to see you. I'm out of the box.
That was the Hamish and Andy Show podcast, powered by Amy. Lucky you're with Amy.